All
Yes.
right, we're live.
Unannounced. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. There's probably no one watching this now because we didn't announce it, but we're just testing some things out. So we wanted to do a live stream, quick one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a while. And actually, before we go in there, maybe let's just say hello. I'm Stephanie,
I'm Thiago.
and we are the hexdevs team. And this project, Open Source Thursdays, started a few months ago where we decided to just try contributing to Rails for the first time and relying on the community support to understand the issue, propose a solution. It's been going well so far, and the main reason why we have been kind of off from the past 2 weeks, it's because we have been working on a very cool project, and we have been getting so much support from the community, so we wanted to thank everyone. Thank everyone. And so we just wanted to share a little bit about the issue that we were working on and some updates. So maybe we can get started with the issue.
Yep. So if you remember last time we were live, we were fixing a little bug on active storage. And last time we fixed the bug and we added some condition to handle the mirror service, right?
Mhm.
And so the ability for the mirror service to also render the routes as we wanted them. And we did that, and the code got a little too complicated, right?
Yeah.
And then we thought, oh, maybe there's a better way to do this or a simpler way. But if you remember, we wrote the code and then we realized, oh, we're gonna have to add lots of tests for every type of service, and then we spent some time trying to run the tests because we wrote some tests,
Mhm.
but we couldn't run them, and eventually we realized that the tests were not being run because they were only run on CI, and there was a configuration for that. It was kind of hidden, so it wasn't very obvious. But then we realized, okay, so that's why the test is not running. And yeah, that's how we finished the string. So we got the code up for that. We didn't commit at the time because we are kind of tired.
Yeah, it's not, it's been really bad to try to commit and push things when you are tired. So
Yeah,
we usually split things, like we do it later.
yeah, but it's we're doing this kind of as an experiment and also to show that sometimes you get tired. You're coding and you get stuck and you get tired, and it's just the reality of being a software engineer. You get stuck a lot, but it's normal. You just have to know how to see that you're stuck and then do something different.
Mhm.
And so we got away and we thought about the code again, and then we thought maybe there's a better way to do that. And so we kind of cleaned up the code a little bit, made it a little easier. Not sure if it's gonna be approved or not, but at least it's simpler. And we committed the code and pushed the PR, the changes,
Mhm.
and we're waiting for a review. So maybe we can show the.
Yeah,
Let me
let's
just.
show the pull request. You have to share your screen.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the PR again. I was I was looking at that. I open a new tab, but
Oh, yeah, I
it's here.
guess if you
It's probably
go
here. Where is the
Mm-hmm.
here?
Yeah.
So we got some changes, and then we squashed the commits as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just grab my glasses. It's kind of far away. So we if you didn't know, so we kind of have a new setup going here. We're testing a new camera, and we might get some lights as well. So so we're still getting used to it. And we also have StreamYard now, which is pretty cool. So we can do some cool
Mm-hmm.
things with the stream. But yeah, so the PR is here. We squashed the commit into just one commit.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you remember from last time, I think the only big change was
Mm-hmm.
just making it a little simpler. So we just changed the code to be just that. And then instead of having the service implementing the disk method and then all of the other services inheriting that behavior, and then we had to add and then we had to just specify that on the disk service and on mirror service. Well, what we've done was we removed the whole
Mm-hmm.
inheritance thing, and now just the disk service implements this method. It's kind of dumb, but I thought that it would be okay. It kind of makes sense, and the code looks a little better. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. I don't know. And then here on the mirror service, I guess we kind of showed that, but it's just calling. So inside the mirror service, you have a primary service and a list of mirrors. They're all
Mm-hmm.
services,
Yeah.
and then we just check to see if one of them,
Any of them. Yes.
any of them, is a disk service.
Mm-hmm.
So not the best code, I guess, but it does the job. So if
Mm-hmm.
it's not implemented, it's just gonna return nil because of the try here.
Mm-hmm.
But if it implements it, it's gonna be true, and then you get the stuff we need.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. So we had a couple of tests, but this is from last time, so it didn't change much. We also added a new configuration for the mirror service on the test, so we can use the mirror service on one of the tests,
Mm-hmm.
which we didn't have that before. And they're all local, so they're all these services. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're still waiting for a review, but I think it kind of looks
Yeah.
good. So it's an easier to understand, easier to check, easier to test. It's
Mm-hmm.
not super complicated. So we'll see what they think of it. And
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure it's gonna pass the CI because if you
Yeah. We're
look here
getting. I got
on
some
build kite,
unrelated.
yeah, it's unrelated. So this is the errors are
Mm-hmm.
unrelated. So yeah, so for those that don't know, it's always good to explain
Mm.
what this is. So build kite is just a CI. It's a continuous integration, continuous testing environment. So whenever you push the code, the CI will build the code and run the
Mm-hmm.
tests, and then you can see here all of the modules and all of the versions of Ruby running the tests.
Mm-hmm.
So you see here that we have, I guess, two failures
Mm-hmm.
probably,
Yeah.
but these things are unrelated. So
Mm-hmm.
active record SQLite 3 is probably unrelated, and then this is uh, universal JavaScript UJS. What's the name of this? Yeah, it's just a JavaScript thing where you
Mm-hmm.
can run. You respond with JavaScript
Yeah.
a request. And yeah, it's completely unrelated, so it's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if we run this again, it might work. So this
Can
is
we
another
do
thing
that?
that
I mean, can we rerun, or should
not
we?
sure.
Do we have to change the PR? I think we would need to.
We probably can't because there's a
Yeah.
good reason for that. So
Mm-hmm.
the CI is just a little computer, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a VM somewhere, a Docker image that runs the code, and sometimes you have to pay for it. So you spend either money or time running the
Mm-hmm.
CI. So if any
No.
contributor could come
Yeah.
and just run a bunch of stuff,
Not a good
uh,
idea.
the Rails maintainer, I don't know who, they would have to pay a bunch of money. So it's not a good idea to
Yeah.
just keep running the CI. But in this case, I'm pretty sure that it's unrelated.
Hmm.
And I believe we also ran the tests locally,
Yeah,
right?
we
So
did.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
Um, yeah, so maybe we can tag people. I hope we don't make anyone angry with that, but it's because it's been a while this PR is open, so people might have forgotten.
Yeah,
And
but we
mm,
only deployed the new code today,
today,
right?
yeah,
So you
exactly.
can't expect people to get
Oh
back to
no,
you
I'm
on the
not
same
saying
day.
no. That's not what I'm saying. Is it
Mm,
would be nice to mention to them, hey, we think
okay.
this is where we are at now, because related to this issue, someone else also suggested another solution for this, but we
Mm,
decided to go with this PR
hmm.
anyway, just to for the sake of learning. But it could be that it's decided to not for the other solution to be implemented. So I think it would be nice to mention in the PR like Zach and
Hmm.
Pixel Tricks. Um,
Yeah.
that
What's the
we
name of this
yeah Pixel
person?
Tricks.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew and
Zachary.
Zachary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we could do that and then we just share the updates.
Yeah, we can leave a comment and ask for more feedback from them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need to do it live, do we? We can
No.
just talk about the updates, which are
Yeah.
more interesting to people, I would guess. All right, so let me
Uh,
just.
maybe you can share the link.
Hmm. Yeah, let me just change the. Yeah, so this is kind of exciting for us. Maybe let me share my screen again.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just pull up the event. So we are super happy to be partnering up with Shopify on this new event. So we're gonna host a couple of open source Thursdays events with experts from Shopify, which is pretty cool because they are one of the biggest maintainers of Rails right now,
Yeah.
and they have a bunch of experts working for them, and they were pretty excited about the event, the stuff that we are doing, and they wanted to help. So they talked to Rafael França, who is a Rails core team member.
Well, he's the top contributor, I
Yeah,
guess.
well,
He's always there.
I think he's the top
Yeah.
contributor right now for Rails specifically. And it's pretty cool because we're doing this to share knowledge, and not just any kind of knowledge, but expert knowledge, right? Because we
Yeah.
believe that anyone can become a professional engineer. We believe that you can become an expert as well if you want to. So and it's always good to learn from an expert, right?
Yeah.
So there's no one else better than Rafael to
Mm-hmm.
help us and do this event with us. So it's gonna happen next week, next Thursday. It's gonna be at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
No,
No,
Pacific time.
so
Sorry.
it's gonna be
Times.
5 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's kind of confusing, but you get the idea. So next Thursday, if you wanna join the event, please RSVP. So I'm gonna leave the link on the chat,
Yeah.
and I'll update the description as well. But it's on our website, so hexdevs.com. You're gonna see the event there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's pretty exciting. So we're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna pair. The idea is he's gonna help us pick an issue, and he's gonna help us uh, help us understand the problem. So we're gonna pick an issue live. We're gonna try to understand the problem, and then he's gonna show us, everyone, just not us, how to get started contributing to Rails. And hopefully, we're gonna be able to fix a bug live, which is
Yeah,
gonna be really cool.
I'll
And
try.
yeah, we're gonna
40
try.
minutes, in less than 40 minutes.
Yeah, we said, hey, Rafael, are you sure you want to try to fix a bug live? And he said, no, it's okay. I can do this. And I said, okay, that's the
Yeah.
spirit. So,
Um,
yeah, that's amazing.
yeah, and that was actually the main vision that at least I had for Open Source Thursdays, but that was that we had people that have lots of experience and like to contribute to the community to be helping others to become contributors, because as you can see, we are trying, but we're not experts in the
Yeah,
in the
takes
rails.
takes a
It
while.
takes a
Yeah.
while, but we want to make that shorter.
Mhm.
We wanted to make it faster for everyone else. So yeah, sign up, we and then share with your friends, with your colleagues. We are really putting a lot of love and effort into this entire partnership with Shopify. Shopify has been helping us a lot. It's the first time that we are doing something like this, so it's going to be great. And actually, I wanted to say thanks to everyone that has been supporting us and just sharing and all of that. That's pretty cool. So thank you. And yeah, we hope to see you next Thursday. And again, that's why we have been not be able to do the normal Open Source Thursdays
Every
live
week.
stream. It just got too much to handle. But we hope to make it up for you with this event. So yeah, I think
Yeah, just
that's
one little comment. So about Open Source Thursdays, we because some people might say, oh, but why Rails, right?
mm-hmm,
And the idea is not well, we love Rails, we like to contribute to the community, but the idea is that every software engineer, you have to work on a large code base, right?
yeah,
If your company is successful, you're going to have to work on a large code base, you're going to have to collaborate with a bunch of other engineers, a bunch of
mm-hmm,
people. And so the idea is, let's pick one big code base, that looks scary,
mm-hmm,
and let's try to contribute.
mm-hmm,
So there's no better way to learn than just by doing the
yeah,
thing you want to learn, right? So think about it as just an experience, right? You're
mm-hmm,
gonna have to learn, you're gonna have to navigate a big code base.
mm-hmm,
Every professional developer has that problem where it's a new job, new company, and they
mm-hmm,
have this massive code base that you have to fix a bunch of bugs, and you don't know how to work with it. You are scared
yeah,
that you're gonna break everything. But that's something that you need to learn. It's a skill that is very important. And so practicing is important, and learning from experts and pair programming, it's the best way to learn. So
yeah,
that's the whole idea behind it. So it's not random.
yeah,
It makes a lot of sense. And yeah,
mm-hmm,
I'm pretty sure you're gonna learn a lot and RSVP for the event, and it's gonna be awesome.
yeah. Woo!
All
Okay,
right.
I think that's a good vibe to wrap up this one.
Yeah.
So thank you for everyone that is watching and supporting us all along the way. It's going to be great. Hoping to see you there. Don't forget to share with your friends and colleagues, and let us know if you have any questions to ask to Rafael, or just show up and ask your questions yourself. So enjoy this opportunity, and yeah, see you next Thursday with our first expert session with Rafael França from Shopify.
Yay. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.